I adopted a lizard that has since grown to be 5 feet long. Hey. I'm Lauren, and this is Blue's story for GeoBeats. Blue is a green iguana. He was adopted from the shelter that I used to work at. Right now he's licking the wall, so he's tasting things. We think that he was abandoned by his former owners. He was wandering around a park in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. They inhabit Central and South America. You never want to release an exotic or non-native species in a region that is not their normal territory. Fortunately, he was very healthy when he was picked up by Pittsburgh Animal Control. He needed a good home. He was just kind of hanging out there. I had the experience, so I caved. He was a little 3-foot iguana at the time. Currently, he is 5 feet long from the tip of his nose to his tail, and I'm 5'2", so it can be a challenge to carry him around. He weighs about 15 pounds. He lives a very lavish life. He is free roam when we are here and supervising him.
Hey.
When we are not here, he has his own room to himself in our apartment. He hangs out with his food and his UV lights and heating pads and a window he can bask in and a lot of cat trees to climb on. They have exceptionally long claws. At one point he did manage to climb up a shower curtain. He loves a nice hot shower. He loves a hot soak. His breeding season usually lasts around 3 to 4 months. So a good chunk of the year, he is looking for ladies. He does have a tendency to steal things during breeding season, like pillows and blankets and stuffed animals, and drag them around the apartment. He'll chase me every once in a while. He will bite random objects if he feels that they are a threat to him.
What is wrong with you? What are you doing?
They have an incredibly strong bite.
Hey, no.
Males, they have really prominent jowls or cheeks. They look really attractive to the females and intimidating to new males coming into their territory. We don't want to add to the iguana population in the US, so he will not have a girlfriend. It can be tough to navigate breeding season, but then he goes back to relaxing and being a chill guy to be around. He knows that I'm not going to hurt him or do anything to threaten him. He does love actually being carried around. The less work he has to do, the better. He uses you as an organic heater. If you're really warm, he'll crawl on your lap and he'll steal your body warmth from you. And he loves back massages and scratches and just being spoiled. He also will close his eyes if he is uncomfortable. So that's where it gets a little tricky, figuring out whether or not he's happy or if he's stressed and uncomfortable. They can experience a wide range of emotions. It can just be difficult for us to tell what they're feeling. Every evening between around 8 and 10 p.m., he puts himself to sleep. He has a much better sleep schedule than I do. In the morning, he comes right up to the door. He waits for me. I said good morning to him. He does his little hello head bob, which is iguana for like, hello, I'm here. His diet is much better than mine. A lot of leafy greens, veggies, and fruits. And occasionally, if I'm lucky, a hibiscus flower off the plants that we have in our garden. He loves mango, blueberries, raspberries, dragon fruit. They are incredibly intelligent. I like to think that he knows his name. If he's misbehaving, I call his name. He just kind of look at me and give me a side eye. I travel for work, and when I'm gone, my parents watch him for me. He loves my mom and he loves my dad, but he's still always mad at me when I leave, and I get the cold shoulder for a couple weeks. Blue is a very prehistoric looking creature. He does resemble a dinosaur. I describe petting him and just handling him as interacting with living sandpaper. As you get farther down their body, those really pretty dorsal spines do get very stiff and they start to hook very much like a shark tooth or a bread knife. So you have to be very careful. I just take any little paper cuts I get with it along the way because that's just the way he is. The flap of skin underneath their necks, it's really important for them when they're communicating to each other. They have a little bone at the bottom of their jaw. It's like a sail on a ship. So how that piece of skin is positioned, whether it is tucked back against their neck or fully extended, they can use that to communicate like, hey, I'm over here. They also use it to thermoregulate, so when they're outside basking, it will help pull in a lot more heat and warmth into their body. I don't want him to be re-released into the wild. It's actually illegal for me to take him out into the wild and let him interact with any of our state parks or ponds. That would be traumatizing for the lizard, but also really could be detrimental to the environment. He has been an education ambassador animal for the last 6 years now, teaching folks about proper animal care and adopting over shopping. I have a house filled with adopted animals, and that's kind of where my passion has always been. I remind him regularly that he is loved very, very much. It's very much like a mom and child relationship. We respect each other. I love him dearly. Whether or not he loves me is up for a debate, but at the end of the day, I think we get along and we navigate life together very well.